Merrimack TV is committed to our community. From gavel-to-gavel coverage of town and school board meetings to updates on town services and projects, we aim to keep you connected.
Good morning, I'm Kyle Fox, Public Works Director for the town of Merrimack.
Hi, I'm Diane Trippett. I'm the town clerk tax collector for the town of Merrimack.
I'm Captain Matt Tarleton with the Merrimack, New Hampshire Police Department.
And keep the public informed of every motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
And many moments, so you can be confident that we're here for you. Thanks for watching. Stay connected. Follow Merrimack TV on Facebook.
Kyle, whenever you're ready, whether it's 5 seconds or 10 seconds from now, do your thing.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Nick. Good evening, Merrimack. My name is Kyle Fox. I'm the Public Works Director for the town of Merrimack. Tonight I'm presenting a public information meeting, or hosting a public information meeting for the Old Blood Road Reconstruction Project, which is about to get started. This is kind of an unusual format to do a public information meeting. Usually we like to do these in public, as the name states, but given the current situation, we're using the tools we have and trying to make it as inclusive and productive as we can. In that, I know we have some folks with us listening in, and hopefully other folks watching on TV and on the Merrimack TV Facebook page. Those wishing to participate in the meeting, when you have a comment to make, please indicate so by pressing *9 on your phone. We'll be able to see that you've raised your hand, and you'll be in a queue. And I will recognize you by reading off the last 3 digits of your phone number when we bring you into the conversation by unmuting you. At that point, I ask that you please state your name and address for the record, and then we can continue with your question or comment. First, I will give my short presentation on the project, and then we will open it up to any questions and comments that you might have. So the Old Blood Road Reconstruction Project. This project was designed as part of a larger approval of the Chestnut Hill Subdivision, which is a project that lies at the top of Old Blood Road and will, when completed, connect to Madeline Bennett Lane, which is the road that the middle school is on. Completing a connection between the two. The reason that we're hosting this project stems from the developer having some difficulty selling the project to investors due to the off-site improvement requirements of the approval of the approved plans, which included the Old Blood Road reconstruction and repairs to the middle school sewer line. For that reason, the developer approached the town manager and town council to see if the town would like to enter into an agreement to take over management of both of those projects in exchange for the developer giving cash to the town to fund the projects. The council and the developer worked that out earlier this spring, and now Public Works is managing the project. And for the Old Blood Road reconstruction portion of the project, the developer gave the town $378,000 to accomplish the reconstruction project. So what is the project? The project will reconstruct approximately 3,000 linear feet of the existing gravel portion of Old Blood Road and bring it up to current town standard. That means the road will be paved to a width of 24 feet wide with 2-foot gravel shoulders on each side. We'll make some drainage improvements while we're at it and make the road fully functional. Excuse me. The contractor, as a separate part of their subdivision requirements, will be installing a water line from the subdivision itself partway down Old Blood Road. That work is being paid for separately by the developer directly to the contractor. Anyone who will be finding themselves as an abutter to this new water line should and wanting to connect to the water line should contact the Merrimack Village District at 424-9241. At this time, I'm not 100% clear on just how far the water line is going to go down Old Blood Road. So I encourage anyone who has those questions about the water line to contact the village district directly. The first part of the project that you'll see happening will be the tree clearing and the utility pole relocations. We have tree clearing scheduled for this Friday. The contractor and I marked out the clearing limits on the project today. Some of you may have noticed a bunch of white and green or white and yellow flagging on trees that we put out today. The flagging represents the limit of the tree clearing. And I want to specifically say that the trees that have flagging on them are to remain and will not be cut down. I want to reiterate that the trees with the flagging on them will not be cut down. Any trees in front of the flagging, that is those trees that are closer to the road from the flags, those are the ones that will be removed for the project to allow for the slope lines for the drainage and for the utility pole relocations. Following the tree clearing, the next task will be the installation of the erosion control to keep the site environmentally safe. That part is expected to begin on or around June 15th. Following that, the contractor will work on removing stumps and organic materials from the edges of the road, installing the water line, cutting the existing road grade down to subgrade, installing the drainage basins and culverts, installing the structural gravels, which will support the new road, final grading of the gravels, and finally paving. And then they'll perform the project cleanup, which includes loaming and seeding to match into lawns and slopes, connecting the driveways that had to be cut or extended, depending on which driveway there is, and the general site cleanup. The contractor expects the entire project to be completed by the end of September. Certainly there will be traffic impacts throughout the project. But residents will certainly have access to their properties throughout the project. And that's especially important on this project, of course, because Old Blood Road is a dead-end road currently. And when I say access to properties, I mean residents' vehicles, certainly fuel vehicles, mail trucks, delivery trucks. All vehicles going to those properties will have access. That being said, there will be times that there are delays in getting to your property, and we're going to work with you and the contractor to get those predicted delays out to you as much as we can in advance, so everybody can plan around them and avoid the hassle of unexpected delays. That's basically the presentation I have. Thank you for listening in on the meeting. I'm looking forward to working with each of you to make this a successful project for all involved. We're going to open it up for public comment in a moment. If you would like to comment or ask a question, please raise your hand in the meeting by dialing *9 on your phone. Once again, once you're in the queue, I will call on you by reading out the last 3 digits of your telephone number. And once you're in the meeting, please identify yourself by indicating your name and address. At this time, we have a few folks in the meeting. Is there anyone who wishes to ask a comment or a question? Okay. Person with the phone number ending in 519, you are in the meeting. Welcome.
Hi, this is Scott Messina. I live at 36 Old Blood Road. I'm interested in knowing, you said utility power pole is going to be moved. Obviously, power is going to be interrupted, cable service, and whatnot. So how are we to be notified when outages are going to be incurred? We're COVID-19. A lot of us are working from home right now.
Right. That's a great question, Scott. Thank you. We will certainly work with Eversource to get that part of the project done as quickly as possible. It is frequent that Eversource and the other utilities, Comcast and Fairpoint or Consolidated, are able a lot of times to move utility poles and wires and services without interruption of service. The utility companies are especially aware of the situation folks are in working from home, and they have a mandate to avoid disruptions in service whenever they can. So they will be working to that end. What I can tell you at this point is I will certainly work with Eversource to try and pin them down to a schedule and have them make sure they notify the customers in advance of any shutdowns that they will need to take. But my hope is that there won't be any disruptions while they move their lines. The first step on the project will be for Eversource to install the new utility poles. And so they'll go up and down the entire road with the new poles. Then they'll start to move their services at that point.
Okay, and I did talk with John, the developer. There is no decision to bury the wires instead of keep them up on the poles, correct?
That is correct, yes. Everything will remain overhead on utility poles.
Okay. All right, that's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
You are unmuted.
Next up, we have the telephone number ending in 042. Welcome to the meeting. Hello, 042.
Yes, sorry, I'm muted. Stefan de Penas here, 11 Old Broad Road. Kyle, we've met during the presentation. Several of our neighbors have made during one of the council meetings. So my question is, the 3,000 feet that you're going to do in the road exactly, I presume will begin on Wilson Hill Road and will end exactly where? Because there is an existing portion of Old Blood Road that's already paved, and obviously there's a connection that will presumably be by the developer.
Yeah, that's a great question, Stefan. Thank you for calling. So yeah, what our project is going to do when the whole Chestnut Hill subdivision is completed, the road connecting off of Old Blood Road is called Captain Bannon Lane. What we're going to do is build the Captain Bannon Lane intersection to the point that it remains inside the Old Blood Road right-of-way. And our project includes connecting to that 3-lot subdivision that was done a few years ago. So the 3 new houses up at the top of the reconfigured Old Blood Road will be part of the finished product of the reconstructed Old Blood Road. We will connect that in. We will not be extending Old Blood Road into the subdivision. That will be part of the developer's work once they get started on their actual subdivision.
Kyle, once again, thank you very much for this incredible effort, and I want to thank the Town Council for understanding our needs here. Much appreciated.
Thank you, and we're very excited to get this project underway. As we said at the council meeting when we all met there, I think 2 winters ago or 2 springs ago. Um, it's a difficult job maintaining some of our old gravel roads, particularly the hills with drainage issues. And Old Blood Road is certainly among the top of those. So we're very excited to give all the neighbors a road that will be passable all times of the year. And in great shape all times of the year. So thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak or ask a question? Okay.
They'll want to press *9 because we had a few extra people that joined us while you were on that last call.
Okay. Thank you, Nick. Anyone wishing to speak, please press *9 on your phone, and we'll recognize you by calling out the last 3 numbers of your telephone. Right now, I'll recognize the caller with phone number ending in 489.
Hi there, this is Claudia from 31 Old Blood Road. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. I just have a question about the drainage. If you guys are going to be rerouting drainage, how is that going to affect the homeowners that have drainage going through their properties?
So I'd have to look at your specific property. The typical way we're handling this project, we're not putting in a closed drainage system. We're using cross culverts to direct the flow that wants to go across from one side of Old Blood Road to the other underneath the roadway rather than overtopping the road. And we're using ditch lines along each side of the road. The intention is to keep the water, stormwater, in the right of way until it reaches surface wetland waters and those kind of areas. If you have a specific question, what I would encourage you to do is give me a call or email outside of the meeting, and I can make an appointment to come out and look at your property with you. And I can bring the set of plans and can specifically go over it that way. That'd be the best way to go about that.
Thank you.
The next caller is phone number ending in 916.
Hi, I'm Susan Muse. I live at 8 Old Blood Road.
Hi, Susan.
And I apologize, I got on the phone late, but I'm curious as to how much, or if any, land you plan on taking to widen the road.
That's a great question, Susan. Our intention and the way we've developed the project is to not take anybody's land. We have existing right-of-way width that we'll be working in, and the project is designed to stay within those right-of-way limits. As you look at the flagging that's on the trees for the tree removal, in case you missed it, I'll go over that again. The contractor and I laid out the clearing limit for the project today, and we used white and green and white and yellow flagging to mark the trees for the tree clearer. And I want to reiterate that the trees that have flagging on them, the white and green and white and yellow, those are trees that will remain. The reason we do that is so the tree contractor doesn't get a little aggressive. At the end of the clearing, we want to be able to see all of those ribbons up and down the road. The other ribbon you'll see out there is some pink ribbons. And underneath those pink ribbons, you'll see concrete bounds or granite bounds or iron pipes. Basically, other forms of delineating where boundary markers are. So you'll see that tree clearing limits line up with those bounds and whatnot, because we do want to keep the the reconstruction project within our existing right of way.
My next question is in regards to, like right now, it's a dirt road and people speed up and down it. Are there any intentions of putting in like a speed bump or anything to mitigate that?
No, we won't. We don't put speed bumps on any of our roads. They're actually a safety issue for traffic, and of course they're a maintenance nightmare for our plow folks in the winter. We don't anticipate speeding issues, although anytime we reconstruct a road, early on there are folks who like to test what they can do on the new road. And what generally happens is when we finish a reconstruction of a road, we let our police department know, and they will run some what they call directed patrols out there early on to try and dissuade that kind of excitement of the new project. But we don't anticipate speed problems out there. The geometry of the road is still pretty curvy, even though we're fixing it up to town standard. Construction material wise, it's still more curvy than what we would do if we were designing a brand new road, which will certainly help to keep speeds down.
Well, will the school buses be traveling up the road? My concern is more for the younger kids that have to walk all the way down to the end of the road to catch the bus. Now, my children aren't young anymore, but I do know that there's kids that go up and down this road. And even with the dirt road, my kids had issues.
Yeah.
So
certainly it's going to be safer. The times I've been out there, I don't think cars go any slower because it's a gravel road than if it were paved. And the existing road is between 12 and 16 feet wide. The new road is going to be 24 feet wide paved with 2-foot gravel shoulders on each side, which will give plenty of room for walkers and pedestrians to navigate the road much safer than they can today.
That's great news.
Anything else?
I would like your number so I can have, I'd like to speak with you in regards to the drainage issue.
Oh, sure.
So,
yep.
Yeah.
My office phone number is 424-5137, or my email is kfox@merrimacknh.gov.
Could you repeat the phone number again? It was 424?
424-5137.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Next up, we have phone number ending in 053. Welcome to the meeting.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hi. Hi, this is Kim Field. I'm at 33 Old Blood Road.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, thanks for everything you're doing. Sorry, let me put this on mute so I can't hear the TV too. I just had a question. Once this is all finished, will the newer paved portion of the road now be adopted by the town and plowed by the town as well? Is this part of it?
It will be, yes.
Okay.
You're talking that the last 3 houses that.
Yeah,
beyond,
I live in one of the 4 houses on the end on the paved part. Yeah. So
yes.
Right now the plow just stops right in front of our house and
right.
then it doesn't continue anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you'd like, I can speak to why we do that.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay. So the 3-lot subdivision that did you say you live in one of those 3 houses?
Yes.
Yeah. So the 3-lot subdivision there was called the Prince Subdivision. And as part of that, the paved portion of the road was supposed to be actually extended further out to Old Blood Road. And there was a retaining wall that was supposed to be built on the as you're leaving your house heading down the hill on the left-hand side, you've probably seen that rocky area, kind of ledge face area. So the developer of that project never did those parts because they always deferred it, saying they were going to do it as part of the Old Blood Road reconstruction. So those two things are still outstanding. Certainly the connection of the subdivision will be done using the money that the developer gave us for the Old Blood Road reconstruction project. The retaining wall portion is still outstanding and will need to be completed in some form by the developer. The town does hold a letter of credit for that work. So if the developer doesn't complete it quite soon, the town will proceed with calling that letter of credit, which is essentially a bond on the project to make sure that it gets complete. Once those two items are completed, the sign at the top of the hill that says private subdivision not maintained by Public Works will be removed, and we will be plowing that last stretch this winter.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? As a reminder, if you'd like to speak, press *9 on your phone and we'll see your hand go up and we can call on you. If we don't have anyone else wishing to comment or ask questions publicly, I will remind everyone to feel free to call me at any time or email me. I'll give out the phone number and email again. The phone number is 424-5137. That brings you to the Public Works Administration office. Or my email is kfox@merrimacknh.gov. Well, I thank you all for participating in the meeting, and I certainly look forward to a great project going forward. And from the maintenance perspective of Public Works, I'm thrilled that it's happening, and I'm happy for the residents as well to have a road that, again, they can drive year-round, and one that won't cover their houses in dust during the summer months. So I will stay on for another few moments to see if anybody else raises their hand. And if not, I will thank you all again and look forward to working with you on the project. Well, Nick, I think everyone got their questions in. So why don't we end the meeting here?
Merrimack TV is committed to our community. From gavel-to-gavel coverage of town and school board meetings to updates on town services and projects, we aim to keep you connected.
Good morning. I'm Kyle Fox, Public Works Director for the town of Merrimack.
Hi, I'm Diane Trippett. I'm the town clerk tax collector for the town of Merrimack.
I'm Captain Matt Tarleton with the Merrimack, New Hampshire Police Department.
And keep the public informed of every motion.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
And many moments, so you can be confident that we're here for you. Thanks for watching. Stay connected. Follow Merrimack TV on Facebook.